Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And we are full of health. I do apologize being pretty unwell, but I can't wait to share you with not just the 30th episode, but we're also including, I think, will be around the 21st episode of the SANFL Extra SANFL Final Series combo into one episode. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Let's get it on. So, wow, what a final series. And thank you, Aidan, for your thoughts and reviews from the semi finals from the AFL with first time in history in 42 years since North Melbourne. And that's the AFL history as well. So, we also have that Friday night and the Saturday night blockbusters we're going to share between the Crows and the Hawks on Friday night. And then we'll follow into the Saturday Q clash between the Lions and the Suns at the Gabba. We also have huge 20 finals from the reserves and the league to share in the SANFL at the Adelaide Oval. We'll also, if you have not here, I have just posted out the latest live from the Adelaide Oval between the Glenelg Tigers and North Adelaide 20 final. Go check that out. We'll also share all the under 16s and under 18s what my thoughts are those games. And Aidan, I know you'll be pretty happy and listen to his episode later and all because it's pretty worthwhile. He's a big West Adelaide, known for West Adelaide, the baby bloods in the juniors. And I know Aidan will be loving and absolutely enjoying, it's pretty honest. Listen to it because it's absolutely worth it. But enough of that. Let's get straight into the AFL. Just straight into it. So Look, being a Crows, it's such a heartbroken, but there was a lot going through the club with illness like myself and still recovering. And I think that knowing that, we got a little bit better by score, but we just could not get ourselves in front of that game. Hawthorn started. They wanted this. They wanted more, and we just couldn't match them. We had a second chance, but we just could not be in front. Hey, we had a momentum. We were by 8 points at quarter time. Then we just couldn't kick the goal. That second quarter opens up to kick goals. We got better in the third, and then really we kicked 7 goals, 1, 2, 8 goals, 10. So overall, that was a better half from the Crows, but it wasn't enough. But it was the second quarter cost us, and we knew. But I think Hawthorn just, every time Adelaide hit the goal, Hawthorn wanted more in the midfield. And credit, well done to Hawthorn. I'd be proud. What you done 12 months ago again, you came to Adelaide semi-finals, you lost. 12 months later, you wanted absolutely a lot more. You prepared more. You came, and your banner said, we're here ready to go wherever. Like, we're ready to go. And tells me and the Hawthorn, their leadership too in that, big banner. And I think that really shows that Hawthorn want this. This is it. Sam Mitchell has the team to take it to the big dance. And all the best. They do take on Geelong. I will share that. But deeply into the LA Crows very quick. Look, it hasn't. I think this is a much better team. I know that first time in 42 years is just a history of, straight sets. But I think Adelaide did not prepare a lot more. I didn't have confidence. I had the confidence we should win it, but not win it. And my 9, I think that sounds negative, but I think it's just a mindset coming in. I think we just didn't get moving. Some of the LA Crows players stepped up and all to share, like Riley Field for 3 goals, credit to him. Josh Shelley, welcome back, mate. You get a couple goals. Josh Rowan, well done on another fantastic performance. Holding up in that defence is not easy. And then Roy Laird, had a good game there. You got Josh Well from Hawthorn, Janu Coney, from Hawthorn. I'm just going to leave it from that. But the lead all-time disposal was Josh Rowan, and Roy Laird was the AFL fantasy. So that doesn't mean anything. But they use a lot more of the ball, but Sam Butters. And the way he came into this game and almost got a double-double, in my opinion. He dominated, absolute dominated, or triple-double, but almost a double-double here on the BJ Show podcast, or the, Aussie Footy Show. It's the history of my opinion. And yeah, so there's a few players. Now, Aiden did share the player of the game. I'm going to give it to Sam Butler. Now, a player that injury, Hawthorn's done so well with this fella. He's dominated against the Crows, a new person for it, include 15 disposals, 5 marks, 9 tackles, 2 goals, 104 for fantasy, 31% of the defensive half, 69% forward half. Sam Butler included 5 score involvements and 4 tenders, bounce tenders, no clearances for this fella, but he dominated in that forward so much, 69%, and they were in a ball pressure, and those 2 goals counted 2 straight. So Hawthorn, all the best, continues on. Adelaide, think about what you're going to do. It is hurtful now, but move on into off-season and bring back stronger than ever. Manny Nicks, you're a star. You're a great coach. Well done on a history made from 15th to Thursday. It doesn't happen overnight. Be proud because you were on the edge of, not continuous coach. I think you're a great coach. You have proven the club that you want to be here, and you talent the off-season hard last season into this year. Go hard. We know that you'll do so well. Hawthorn, it's now all the best against Geelong. Next game, let's do it. Q clash, one way or another. Back kicking, back scoring. History made from second week. The hard final series, I'm going to call this game, and it's heartbroken. 53 points. I thought Gold Coast are going to, take this. Absolute take this. Take on the injury Brisbane Lions. But you're going to have, did we have a country road take me home from Charlie Cameron? I think he did not kick a goal. So, mate, be there for that big dance, mate. Your star, Charlie Cameron, your former Crow. I have watched the highlights on YouTube as a former Crow early days, and you dominated on your first game. I'll never forget that. But moving forward into what I want to share with you all, and congratulations to Brisbane. Now, before we get into it, I did not share, and I know Aiden shared this final score, but I'll do it as well. 14 goals, 17 to 10-7. So opens up. That was 4 goals 10. So it's only 34 points. Adelaide, be proud. It's not a heavy defeat, but it's a big defeat. But moving on, as we go into Q Clash with at the gutter, 14-16, 100, 6-11, 47. First time in history that Gold Coast go to Perth, then back into Brisbane, Queensland, and get defeated hard. This is a lesson learned. Gold Coast, don't lose any good players because you're going to be back stronger than ever. First time in history to play finals. Be proud. And, go through to take on Collingwood will be even worse. To go to the MCG, it'd be awesome. Damien Hardwick, be proud to make club history, mate. 15 years later. This is it. You have a Gold Coast cheer squad, and it's going to make it stronger. Get your membership, Gold Coast supporters. Be there for next year, because I think there's so much magic going to go to as many home games. Get the crowd, get the People's First Stadium, and make the crowd big. I think don't lose Damien Hardwick straight away, because I think he's done so well with the club, and how amazing, from his second year to play finals, to go into the semi-finals, second week, get knocked out. You brought the pressure against Fremantle and then the challenge against Brisbane. Yes, they had injuries, but they found ways to replace those. No Lockie Neal, and hopefully all the best hopefully they go to the big dance. And, Brisbane are a team that they find talent and they improve it, and then they get onto the team and they do so well. So Gold Coast, heads up, go to the off season, get some good talent. How much I respect Irons. I know I'm a close supporter. All the best in the off season. Brisbane, good luck. Big test at the MCG 2023 Grand Final rematch, the 20 final. Who is taking the big dance? Now, at the end of the show, I'm going to tell you right now, I think stay tuned because the award show is going to be bigger than ever. We got the grand final predictions from your host, BJ, myself, and Aiden, your co-host for the podcast. We'll be all there with the amazing awards from the Player of the Year. We got the Coach of the Year. We got Goal and Mark. We got the 2 Australian teams, all surprises. We do not know each other's awards. Stay tuned for that. We have the grand final predictions. Stay tuned for that. And that's what I want to share. So for this game, now, unusual to have a twilight football game, but we do now go to Friday night football. This is big. This is one of the hardest tipping, I really think. Has Hawthorn, could they go all the way to the big dance? Western Bulldogs done it. Back in 2016, they beat Sydney. Sydney were favourites to win it. And I think, as my team is Geelong, my second team in the AFL VFL, I really think Geelong will take this. Now, I'm not competing that Geelong have done this before against Brisbane. So Geelong will be more prepared than last year. You know, Brisbane finished 5th last year, won the premiership. You know, we'll share them very soon. They're back at the MCG 12 months later. They know what they need to do. There's no Lockie Neal, but focusing on Geelong. The sexy Geelong Cats are back. I really am confident they'll take this win and they'll win by 20 points. Around, I think Aiden mentioned, about 26 points. It will be tight. It'll be close, and that is my margin, and it will be a close game. I'm not contending that Hawthorn will be in their game plan into a stronger version of the MCG. It's going to be 90,000 pack. It'll be a sold out. You know, you got a ticket, great. I cannot wait to share this game as well as much as I can share with you all. Yeah, so I really think it's going to be a really hard choice of tipping this game. It's always hard in finals than due to premiership season. Some depending on the good teams versus the, unsure, like the last few weeks from the Adelaide Crows, for example, West Coast and North Melbourne, they came. And West Coast were winning, not as much North Melbourne, but credit to them, they brought the pressure, and Adelaide just did not. I think since that North Melbourne game, or even West Coast, that confidence was just not there, and that's where I feel we should win like 8 goals. But moving on to this one, look, I think it's going to be a good game. I can't wait. I don't know what the weather's going to be. We hope it's really nice football weather. It's spring, September, Melbourne action. It's good. 12 months later, there was only one game in Melbourne. This time, we're back-to-back MCG blockbusters, and I can't wait to share who is going to take the big dance. Geelong is going to take to another grand final. We have the Saturday twilight, 4:45, Collingwood versus Brisbane, the 2023 AFL Grand Final rematches back at the MCG on Twilight Football before the big dance. Who you think that these two were met for a grand final blockbuster? Now, I want Brisbane to win. I think they got a lot more confidence over Collingwood. I think Collingwood just going to win, and they won quite comfortable against Adelaide. And they'll be ready. They've got fresh legs. There's a lot going on between these two sides with injury-wise and, performance and stuff like that. But back in 2011, Chris Scott, won that premiership 14 years ago. That it was a wet condition grand final. I was in Melbourne and I was in a unit, and unbelievable game it was. And I remember it was a cold day in Melbourne that year. 14 years later, I'm backing up Collingwood. I do not feel confident they'll win the premiership with Geelong in hand, but I think it's going to be a matter of cats and the pies. They are my position. Now, with this one, I think Brisbane will control. I think Collingwood will control, but I think Brisbane will come back late really hard, but it's going to be like that 15-point ball game. I think it's going to be close all game. I think Aiden said with that margin as well. So there you have it. Geelong and Collingwood. I'd love to see a non-Victorian in this team, but I just can't see it. They're my predictions. It is the Cats and the Pies 2025 AFL predictions. And there you have it. They are my winners. We'll take. We'll find out on our next show with BJ and Aiden But right now at the awards show, can't wait to share with that who wins these games. Now, switching over into the SANFL, and a bit nervous racing. Let's just get driving to it because I need... Look, as heartbreaking as I can be, I'm going to save it to last. Let's moving forward and swooping over to congratulations to West Adelaide. I was not there. I was watching the game. The talent you have is amazing. Well done to West Adelaide. Aiden will share. Go listen to the episode about his moments as well about these grand finals. Sturt, too good, very comfortable victory. I was there to the final siren. Beautiful day, but unfortunately it was all Sturt. But this is it. This is interesting to know that I backed up West Adelaide to win this game and Surf Adelaide to win this game over Sturt. And Sturt finished 5th overall. They've gone from the first week to the last week and they take on Glenelg. Who do I think that will be? And it's the heartbroken. How can I request to start this game? 3/4 time, it all came. That third quarter, we used the ball a lot more, in my opinion. And that mark, the legend of Tristan Blender, the key forward for North Red Legs, I was on my edge. I was you can got this. And he missed. He missed. There was no wind on the northern end with about at least a minute and a half to 2 minutes, minute and a half remaining. That last quarter was not much. We had the football to take your time. You got this, and eyes on him to kick it, and he sprayed it really hard, and that really cost us the game. I think overall, big credit, Nord, heads up, going to the off-season and reset next year. It's going to be one hell of a game. Glenelg will be in that game. They did it last year against Nord. I think that it's going to be Sturt. I'm backing up Sturt. And I'm backing up both. Sturt, both grand finals. Sturt will get their revenge from last year. They'll do it this time. They work their heart off to get where they want to be, and they earn it. Congratulations to Glenelg and Sturt. Double back-to-back. What a clash. What a contest. And what a game this is going to be. All right. That is all we have for today. Nothing else I can say how proud I am presenting that double episode here today. The Saturday 250 episode coming soon your way, as well as the award show, as well as the bowling weekly update. I'll be bowling this week. It will be the last week. So stay tuned every Friday where possible will be even on a Saturday if I'm a bit delayed with everything. I'll get out much as possible. All right. Thank you so much. The BJ Show is out. Bye for now. Peace.